It's Dr. Brian McDonough. Welcome to the new normal for May 22nd, 2020. The question today is, how safe is it to go to church? A lot of talk now about churches opening, and depending on where you are, it's a little more aggressive than other places. So what is safe? Well, first of all, I won't begin to talk about a person's relationship with their God. That's totally independent and obviously not what a physician does. But I will tell you, the virus, COVID-19, doesn't care about your relationship with your God, doesn't care about anything, doesn't care if you're in a restaurant, if you're in a church, if you're in a movie theater, if you're in a ball field. Doesn't really matter to the virus. It'll spread the way it spreads. So with that being said, a church is no different than a movie theater, and it's no different than going to a restaurant. You need 6 feet social distancing. That means you need to be 6 feet away from the person you're sitting next to, 6 feet away from the person behind you. That limits the number of people who can attend. Secondly, you should be wearing a mask. The preacher, the priest, the pastor, they should all be wearing a mask when they're speaking. Because remember, if a priest or a rabbi or a preacher or someone's up front and they speak, they're going to be enunciating and their voice is going to spread things further. In addition to that, you have to worry about microphones now. Is somebody sharing a microphone? Are they sharing a lectern? Again, people adjust the microphone. They're going to touch where there would be spit. So you have to make sure a mask is worn. It gets really complicated. So if you're going to go to church, to a service, and you're going to be part of a community, you have to realize there are those limitations in an effort to be safe. And remember, think about who you're talking about. If you have people who are older, people with pre-existing conditions, all of these people are at greater risk. The virus will attack them. Again, the virus doesn't care if you're there praying or you're there for a bad reason. It doesn't matter to the virus. And finally, make sure you wash your hands, you have hand sanitizer, all those other steps. What we are learning about this as we go into the new normal is each person has to make the best decision for them, their family, and their loved ones. And by that I mean you have to take all those steps for precautions. Be very careful. Think it out before you go to church and make sure, is it safe for me? Am I better off maybe watching a video service? Or if I'm going to go, who is going and what are their risk factors? All these things are important as you make this decision.